This is clearly not a standard drink. 4 bottles of Angry Orchard plus 4 little bottles of Fireball gives you this pitcher of madness. Clearly not a standard drink, but what actually is a standard drink? Let's see how heavy this is first off. Shoot. So what is a standard drink? First off, we have to know that a standard drink contains 14 grams of alcohol. For a beer or a cider, it's a 5% ABV at 12 ounces. For wine, you can flip-flop it, 12% ABV at 5 ounces. And for your spirits, it's 40% ABV at 1.5 ounces. That gives you one standard drink. So for instance, a Budweiser, which is 5% ABV at 12 ounces, is one standard drink. Standard pour wine, 5 ounces at 12% ABV, and a standard shot of liquor. So let's look at Angry Orchard right off the bat. Angry Orchard has 5% ABV and 12 ounces. What you do, you multiply that ABV times the ounces, and that'll give you 60, and then you divide it by 60 to give you one standard drink. For the Fireball that was included, it was a 33% ABV at 1.69 ounces. That yields 55.77, divide that by 60, and that gives you 0.93. So one of these little Fireball guys right here, it's not technically a standard drink, but it's pretty dang close. But it's not only the alcohol that you need to consider. You also need to consider sugar, and especially the fructose that is inside the sugary drinks. According to Dr. Robert Lustig, he found that fructose is gram for gram as hard on your liver as alcohol is. So if you see something with 14 grams of fructose, you must look at it the same as something with 14 grams of alcohol, one standard drink. So let's look at the fructose. This Angry Orchard contains 16 grams of sugar. To get to the fructose number, you take the total amount of sugar, divide it by 2, and that'll give you 8 grams of fructose. To get to the standard drink's equivalent that comes from fructose, you take that 8 grams of fructose and divide it by 14, and that gives you 0.57 standard drink's worth equivalent that comes in one of these Angry Orchards. Now for the Fireball, one shot of it contains 11 grams of sugar. Divide that by 2, it gives you 5.5 grams of fructose, and then divide that 5.5 by 14 to give you 0.39 standard drink's worth equivalent coming from fructose. But what about the total liver stress, considering the alcohol that is in your drinks and the fructose? One standard drink from the Angry Orchard, adding it with the standard drink's equivalent that comes from fructose, gives you 1.57. For this Fireball right here, adding up the 0.93 and the 0.39 gives you 1.32. So when we look at it all together, one mixture of this delivers a total liver stress of 2.89. But as you saw, I mixed 4 of these together, 4 Angry Orchards and 4 Fireballs, all into this big pitcher right here. So in total, one of these pitchers of Angry Balls, an Angry Orchard Fireball mixture, delivers 11.56 worth of total liver stress on your precious little liver. Doesn't sound like a good deal to me, because that sounds like a lot of discomfort the following day. So if you want to drink smarter, I hope this information helped, because adding sugar into your drinks just causes extra liver stress. And drinking mixtures that are high in ABV, it's never the right move. What is the right move, if you're looking to feel better and support your liver, is taking Cheers Restore right here. It's an after alcohol aid that'll help 2 drinks feel like one, because it gets to the 2 root causes of why you truly feel bad the day after drinking, which is GABA rebound and acetaldehyde exposure. And how Cheers works, the patented combination of L-cysteine and DHM fight those reasons. The L-cysteine, it actually binds to acetaldehyde, which is the toxic byproduct of alcohol, actually 20 times more toxic than alcohol is itself, while it's in your system, to form a non-toxic compound called MTCA, which effectively neutralizes acetaldehyde. And on the other hand, the DHM in Cheers binds to your brain's GABA receptors, the same brain receptors that alcohol binds to effectively satiate that receptor and lessen the rebound the next day to where your head is not flipped on its head that much. And in tandem, will help you feel like you had half as many drinks. That said, with Cheers, if you're not drinking responsibly, you can't expect this to work wonders. Keep your drinks in a responsible range. Don't go overboard and make these crazy concoctions. And be on the lookout for all the added sugar that's inside your drinks, because that sugar, and especially the fructose, can be just as hard on your liver as the alcohol is. So be aware, be a smart drinker, and take Cheers so you can feel better the next day. Cheers.